afternoon, everybody. I know I haven't really uploaded anything in a while, and I'm truly sorry about that. This whole quarantine thing has just been kind of hard, and I mean, like, as things start to open up, you know, it's a little easier to get out and about, but I've still been trying to, you know, stay home and be here as much as possible because, like, there still is a pandemic, there's still a virus out there, and I just don't want to make myself susceptible. So beyond grocery shopping or going to see my parents, I don't really get out much. But I'm here, and full disclosure, I've got a lot of anxiety today, hence my disheveled appearance, and but, you know, I just wanted to do something that makes me feel better, and baking has always helped me feel better. So here I am, and I'm going to be baking today, and it's just going to be a little short, simple video, and we're going to be making an upside down caramel apple cake. I've already featured this on my Instagram, and it's pretty good. I really enjoy it, and my father-in-law really likes it, and coincidentally we were going over there for dinner today. So yeah, so I thought I would make it again, show you guys how to make it, since I got some really good feedback on Instagram and Facebook. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have a small saucepan here, and this is what we're going to make our caramel in. So for that, you need 3/4 of a cup of lightly packed brown sugar. You need a 1/4 cup of butter, which is just half a stick. You need a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. You need half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and you need a pinch of kosher salt. So I'm going to cook this over medium-low heat for about 2 minutes until everything is melted and starts to thicken up. So here is our caramel mixture. I have a 9-inch baking pan, springform pan here. I'm just going to pour our caramel into it. I also sprayed this pan to keep the caramel from sticking. Well, here we go. It's in our pan. It's sprayed with nonstick cooking spray, and I have the caramel in there. So here's this. I have 2 apples that I have peeled, cored, and cut into about 1/2-inch pieces. We're just going to layer them directly into the caramel. So there is our caramel and apples. So now we're going to do our dry ingredient. A separate bowl, 1 3/4 cups of flour. Need 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I'm going to whisk these together. I'm going to set this aside. Now for the wet ingredients. I have my stand mixer here. It's fitted with the paddle attachment. I have 1/2 cup of softened butter. I need 1 cup of sugar. I need 1/2 cup of lightly packed brown sugar. I'm going to cream this together until it's nice and fluffy. Now I'm going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now I'm going to add 1/2 of our dry ingredient mix. That's going to go until it's just combined. Now we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of milk. The milk is fully incorporated, so we're going to add the other 1/2 of our dry ingredient mix. Let this go until it's just combined. So I have our apple and caramel mixture here. Going to just pour this over our apples. This is going to go in a 350-degree oven, and we're going to cook it for about an hour. I'm going to check it and make sure that it's cooked all the way through until my little cake tester comes out clean. I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so the cake is done. It looks really good. It's still super duper hot. I let it cool in the dish for 15 minutes. And I flipped it over and put it on a serving platter because we're getting ready to head over to Jake's dad, so I figured I'd just let it cool while we were traveling. He just lives across town, so it's only like 5 minutes, if that. So yeah, so it kind of stuck to the side of the pan a little bit. Again, it was still really hot when I took it out, but I'm getting ready to leave, so. But yeah, so I wanted to show you what it looked like when it was done. Just ignore this messy side over here. This is where it's stuck to the pan. Look at how good that looks. Look at the apples and the cake and the caramel. I'm really impressed with it. I baked it about 55 minutes, and when I checked it then, it was completely done, and I didn't want to over bake it and burn the caramel. So I'm gonna let this finish cooling, and then we are going to enjoy it when we're over at Jake's dad's house. So, but I do have some scrappy bits from the side. It's got a little bit of caramel. It's like a cinnamon apple donut. Like, it's just got like a nice, like, thick cakey texture, and the caramel and the cinnamon and the apples and everything in it, they just enhance the flavor. So good. So good. Thank you for watching today. I appreciate it, and again, I apologize about not providing more content, but like I said, it's just been really hard given the current circumstances, just to stay positive. And I do feel like I'm a generally positive person, but you know, sometimes it just gets the best of us, and got the best of me today. But baking this and just taking some time to myself, and you know, meditating and figuring out my feelings and everything has really helped. But definitely baking this beauty really helped. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you all. Frady Bunch more than you know, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and until next time.